Welcome, Narvekar. All right, so today we'll start our session. Today is 7th of August 2021, and today's topic is 7 qualities of spiritual journey.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, Rashmi. And today's topic is basically it is a recapitulation, a reminder of all of us walking the path of spirituality. What are the qualities we need to imbibe, we need to follow so that our spiritual progress is faster and we we complete our life mission at earliest possible time. This I will describe from the what is called the third dimensional level rather than higher level. We'll approach, that's what I'm saying, target and acceleration, completion in higher dimension, nothing like that. Everything has a divine timing. But that does not mean that we will not giving our effort. So I will start from this lower end with our standard terminology so that if everything is understood from that perspective. And then we'll go into, of course, we'll go into the spiritual aspects of it. Let us understand it this way. Unless until we transcend the lower dimensional things, higher dimensional progress is not possible. Okay, it is like a foundation. Even though we have to go beyond time, beyond space, we have to go higher dimension, that does not mean that we will say, oh, I'm spiritual and everything else doesn't apply. It is not like that. You need to transcend. You need to, like, very renowned poets or something. Say, as for example, Rabindranath Tagore, he broken many rules of grammar, okay, in his composition because he has a right to. It does not mean he doesn't know. Okay, it is not that he doesn't understand the grammar and what is taught in class 3. It is not that. Okay, in higher level, you make your own path. That is the time the rules doesn't apply. Till you reach there, everything will apply because you are still in the path of progress. You are still in the path of learning. So the qualities I will mention today, take it in that respect. When your inner guru awakens, then inner guru will guide you. That time there will be no such rules will be applicable. But rules are needed so that we can streamline ourselves. I call it the only thing we need to do is we have to keep our direction correct so that we don't waste time in I call it detour. We wanted to go somewhere, say suppose a road trip. We wanted to go from point A to point B. In between, if you lose the track and go to some other thing, it will take time to come back again on the main road and go there. So that will wasting of time, effort, fuel, and everything. So that is what these principles are all about. So that is the guidance given. Basically, I have these advices given by J.P. Vaswani ji. He was a very renowned master. His book Spirituality in Daily Life. Okay, he talked about day-to-day things, and these 7 aspects he called it Vibgyor of spirituality, the rainbow of spirituality. But it is basically some kind of guidelines So that little bit do's and don'ts, so that we keep ourselves and remind ourselves into that. So I will discuss about that. That it is nothing complicated, but only thing is, it is, you take that this is kind of advices given by the masters for a common householders like us, so that we can follow, which will help us to not to waste time in something which will not serving the purpose for our spiritual journey. Okay. So first thing is selfless service. No, selfless service means that we should be able to serve others, not always where the transaction is involved. That is the selfless part coming here. Of course, we'll do our duties, and we will work. We have to earn our living. So, though our duty there, provide our services, and in return, we get remuneration and all those kind of things. Those are fine. As a duty, also in the family, etc., you need to do certain things, and that is also fine. But that is not selfless service. There is an interest involved. I'm doing these things for my family or something, and I'll be taken care of whenever I need it. So it is a little bit of transactional aspects. Nothing wrong in that. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying those are not comes into the category of selfless service. Selfless service are those which you do as as a part of your quality you are sharing with others. It has nothing to do. There is no transaction involved. When a flower gives a fragrance, it does not expect anything in return. It's quality which has been expressed. So that is what is selfless service is all about. It does not matter, anybody is watching or not, whether somebody is give you credit for it or not, then it is not a selfless anymore. You have interest. So there are many things people do. They go as a feed some poor, maybe 100 people, they have feed the lunch, and they carry two cameraman and videographer behind them to take record and all those kind of things. So the interest is not to feed them. Interest is to record that he is doing charity. Anyway, so that is not selfless service. That is not what is called selfless service. I'm not saying charity is selfless service. I'm not saying that. Selfless service is something. It not necessarily money or giving something to others. So it is service also can be giving your time, sharing your knowledge, or pass on the gifts, divine gifts, whatever you have received. All are part of the selfless service for the benefit of others without having anything in return. So why selfless service is important in the spiritual path? Because here you are representing on your spiritual, listen this part very carefully. When you are on the spiritual path, you are representing the creator, okay, the source, the universal consciousness. Universal consciousness provides to the humanity without anything in return. There is no bank account with the creator. Intentionally, I'm not using the word God, because God means different to different people. From the divine, the creator who created everything, it is not transactional. We cannot pay anything in return. Air is free, sunlight is free, beautiful nature is free. Okay, everything is free. It does not require anything in return. We human created a lot of things so that we try to grab as much as things as possible. That is a different issue, but it is actually given us unconditionally, so that we live our life, we grow, And the human body itself is also a gift. Okay. So human life, in fact, is a gift. And so that things can be experienced. Anyway, so when we are doing selfless service, we are that particular period of time, we are aligned with the universal consciousness. When there is no transactional, we don't claim anything in return. We represent the divine. And when we represent the divine, our spiritual journey got faster, accelerated on its own. No need to measure it. It will happen automatically because we are aligned. Or if you want to understand in another way, it is like you are going with the divine flow. Like you are in the river, you need not to do anything. You have to just be there and take care of your, somebody else is also going, take care of them a little bit, so that they don't bang their head on a log or something like that. Just take care. But the flow will automatically take you where you need to be. You need not to create anything. So be part of that flow and things will be automatically take you there. So that is possible by the selfless service. And selfish service will do just the opposite. Okay. You try to grab what is available from the others and all those things. And that will ruin your spiritual purpose, your life's purpose. Okay. Again, I'm not saying all what you do is self. It's not possible. We have to earn money. We have to, take care of ourselves, take care of our family, etc., etc. So those are all there. So we have to have safety, security, and all this kind of stuff. So I'm not saying that everything to be your service to be selfless service, but at least dedicate some time where you can be aligned with the divine forces. That will make your spiritual journey faster. If you do not do that, nothing bad will happen, but you have to come back again to complete that journey. Our spiritual journey is only way out from this earth plane. As long as till we get the enlightened, and then birth and death cycle will not be over. You have to come back. And you lead a very smart life. You earn a lot of money. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. And you did everything. Enjoyed life, great food, great company, great relationship. All are fine, but your soul's purpose is not met. You have to come back again. You have to go back to your spiritual home. That is your soul's home, which is ultimately to the creation, to the creator, merge with the creator. You have to merge. The river has to merge with the ocean. Till that time, it is just a matter of prolonging it. So, and in that, if you have more desires, more thing to do, then you have to come back again and again. So suppose you got liberated and say, oh, I miss the mango milkshake. You have to come back again to enjoy mango milkshake, okay? So just finish it off in whatever you desire. You finish it off in this life, whatever you like to enjoy. Nothing wrong in that. It's no criticism here. It is saying, but as I said, the direction, the direction is that is the only exit from this plane. If you don't want to take the exit, nobody will force you. You come here 50 times more, different lives. Don't assume you will have the same life. You will have a different type of lives. Sometimes in Tibet, sometimes in maybe Norway, sometimes in Somalia, sometimes in Syria. It will have many lives. No issues with that. Okay. So, but the thing is, it it is ultimately when the self-realization will come that our souls get matured enough and then ask this question, how many times you have to come back and do the same, same story again and again and again. When that inner call comes, then you will, then again somebody will appear in your life and show the way out. Again, you have a choice to take it or not to take it, or take it in this life or some other life that is there. But what these qualities were described here, how to make that journey faster, not to waste any more time in still thinking, uh, you know, still thinking and decision making what to do and all. Creation doesn't have any problem with that. We have to make our progress faster for our best interest. If we complete the journey, we can come back. We have on our own will. There is nobody stopping that either. Okay. If you still want to enjoy the mango milkshake, you will be able to come back, but no desire. Okay. So with the pure intention, you can come back, but without finishing it, not possible. Like you are going to a destination, you can always take the car and come back 5 kilometers back and roam around because you have a time. You finished your journey faster. So that is always there. Sometimes suppose you are, if you go for some trekking in the mountains, you carry huge. I used to do in my college days. My college friend knows. So what used to happen is I used to try to finish the target, like wherever the tent or some small hut or wherever the nice stay point is. I can walk very fast. I used to go there, and on the way I found a lot of places where you can take good photographs. So a lot of good, some flowers and all. But I didn't used to stop while going up because I'm carrying my own rucksack. So I used to suppose the journey starts a very early morning. Suppose you started at 5 o'clock. So by normally they aim to finish it by 12 o'clock. After that, the cloud comes. So maximum 1 o'clock. After that, normally people don't climb in the mountains. So I started at 5 o'clock. Sorry, I started at 5 o'clock and say reached by 10:30. Okay, drop my bag there. Then I used to wherever the photo opportunity. Now bag is reached there, no? So I can come down, with take some good photo, and sometimes I meet with others who are struggling to climb it to help them make the tea ready. So things like that. So your mission is complete. Now you reach the target. Now you have time to come back and enjoy it and whatever you need to do. So while climbing up, don't waste time. You may be stuck there. Sometimes you may not be able to feel like getting up and walking back again. And then if it is 12 o'clock, the cloud has come, a lot of other complications. Same thing happens in our life's journey. We are carrying up some kind of burden, and then you say, oh, this, let me sit here. This is such a beautiful view. Let me sit here for half an hour. But half an hour, your body is released and you cannot just feel like walking up and going. So, and then sometimes you need help, somebody to, take your baggage and things like that. You want some porter to come or some, mule to come and take you and things like that. But that's not necessary. You finish it. So that's all what I'm telling here is to finish your whatever your initial target is. Then you will have a time. You will have a that kind of, you need to bother about other complications. You can enjoy much better. You finished your target for the day or for this life. So that is what it's all about. Okay. Now next point is humility. Humility is, in Sanskrit, Sanskrit, there is a saying called Vidya Dadati Vinayam. Means when you learn, when you know, when you certain level of knowledge comes, then you realize how much you don't know. And whatever you know, that is also a great blessing. What a privilege to know certain things or things. So, and then you can realize what is the vast thing you are not aware of. So automatically you bow down to that vastness, the divinity of the creator, the perfectness of that creator. From there, the humility comes. Why this point is important? Because in our practical life, before we start our spiritual journey, we do just opposite. If we know this much, we look down upon the people who don't know this much and try to prove ourselves. I know better than you. Wasting time in proving that we are better than our lot. Don't compare yourself with somebody else. It doesn't matter. Compare how much is yet to come for you. It doesn't matter what others are, what they're doing and all those things. So there is a certain level when you cross, that level is beyond intellect. That's why it is not possible to achieve by reading and listening and things. Those areas, experiential understanding, your direct downloaded knowledge, universal knowledge, or called Brahma Gyan, the direct experience of the truth. When you go to that territory, automatically you bow down to that, seeing the vastness of that. How truth is that? Yesterday one of our member asking that about my how to be more, how to stop the thinking mind, and he said I can control my breath but not the thoughts and things like that. Okay, so after that I told, okay, fine. Let us now, we are experienced enough on the spiritual journey. Let us analyze the truth. Yeah, so the topic was that if it is a witnessing the thought, then somebody is witnessing. So that's same old question. So like that, how to resolve that part. So I said, by witnessing your breath, if you be alert of your breath, and then the thought disappears, if you be full alertness. The trick is when your mind is wandering, concentrate on your breathing. Come to Bhairav Mudra, and thought will disappear. And the question again, then the question came that, means if I'm watching my thought, watching my breath, then also I'm there, no? So then, okay, now let us go with the truth. We are just mentioning it is your breath in your breath. This part, you listen, it will be good for you to, because it happened yesterday. It is better, I'm sharing with you what happened. I said, which part of breath is yours? Did you create the air which you are breathing? How much air you are going through? I'm saying your for the time's sake. Let us find the truth. How much air you will intake? Did you created that? Have you designed it? How far it will go? Have you designed? Have you created that machine to do it? What it will happen after you take the breath with that air? Have you done anything to do that? Then something will happen in the body, the breath will come out from your body. Do you know what force it is coming, and are you in any type of control to do that? Maximum you can do, stop your breath for a few seconds. That's it you can do. You can only stop it, but you cannot run it. How far it will go, what are the things it will take it in, take it out. You have no control, nothing. Neither you designed it, neither you created it, neither you installed it, neither you commissioned it, neither you running it. Even you cannot have more than few seconds, you cannot even control it. So what is yours? Nothing. So why you claim it is your breath? Your breath. So when I cut short that ego part, then the next part is your breathing is happening. So something is happening, be aware of that. That's what you need to do. There is no one is there. Just it is awareness is aware of itself. That is the spiritual level. Then I said, okay, it may be difficult for you to understand because still you cannot get the ownership of the breath, my breath. Okay, if that, forget about that. Suppose I take another example. Suppose it is raining. Just be aware of the rain. It is not your rain, nothing to do with you. So you are aware of the rain. Rain is happening. You are not doing it. You are not part of it. You are aware of the rain, and that is the truth. Be in that awareness. It is nothing to do with you, nothing to the lower self. Just simply in the awareness. You are in the field of awareness. So that is the level. When you reach there, then humility will come automatically. See, when you realize the truth, even the breath is not yours. It is with you. The moment it leaves you, you are dead. It is a grace, that divine grace, what is flowing through you. That's it. Okay. That is the truth. Even the knowledge you claim to be yours. If I go to analysis, same conclusion will be same. Neither you created the content, the matter, what you claim it is your knowledge. You borrowed it from somewhere. The storage facility of your memory or brain or whatsoever. Have you designed it? Have you created it? You just temporarily store there, and at a certain point of time you download it here. That time, whether you'll be able to download or not, that is a questionable. But download it in exact form or not, that is also questionable. You contaminate all the way up and down. And then somehow you distribute it. Distribute with the instruments you already given by somebody, like talk or something. It's not yours. You have not designed it. You have not installed it. You have not commissioned it. So nothing is yours. You claim that you are the owner of that knowledge. When you realize the truth, then again you come back to the humility. Nothing is yours. Okay, now I'm sure many of your concepts are completely upset. What is this? Nothing is mine. Take the other time, just reminded about one story has been written in the same book by J.P. Vaswaniji. This aspect, that is the truth. Everybody realizes that whoever gone into the spiritual realm, they realize nothing is yours. And what I call it, at the time of death, whatever you have to surrender, those are not yours anyway. Okay, so don't claim anything what you have to actually, at the time of death, you have to surrender. If you realize that none of them is or was yours, you are enlightened. You detached. Anyway, so now just this is a funny story. So now what happened is, one smart person has listened to many masters. Okay. And he come to the conclusion nothing exists. Everything is illusion. Yeah? That all masters say that, but so then he visited one, one ashram of some other master. So the master said, okay, because you can stay tonight here in this ashram. So then he said, I wanted to, have some communication with you. That man was asking to the master. I said, okay, fine, let us sit down. So fine. So then he was trying to prove that he knows so many things. Yeah, everything is illusion, nothing exists. Yeah. This whole world is illusion that doesn't exist. I don't exist. You don't exist. This ashram doesn't exist. This place doesn't exist. Everything is illusion. Okay. So he was giving lecture to the master. Okay, it's okay, fine. That he heard many times from many masters. No? So that is his understanding. He just wanted to prove that he was not like any other passerby trying to take shelter in the night. He's a knowledgeable one. Okay. So he should be given a little bit of more respect and kind of thing. Maybe that was behind his thing. That's what he was telling all those things to the master, so that the master knows he's a spiritually evolved guy, so that he treat him like kind of at par. The master listened to all these things for 1 hour. Okay, nothing exists. I don't exist. And then this thing, nothing. No, mind doesn't exist. Nothing exists. So then after listening to 1 hour, the master didn't say anything. They are sitting next to each other. The master took out a cane and beat him up a few times. Then he just jumped from the chair and shouting, "You old fool! What you are thinking you are doing, that you are beating me up for nothing? Yeah. This is how you treat people?" So master says, if nothing exists, from where this anger came? Okay, that is the end of the story. So it is called little knowledge is dangerous thing. Okay, it is not about that nothingness, what master realized him. Everything is there. What is dissolved? Nothing. If after getting the beating up, if that person says, this is also yours, what, the Kabir said, when I shared that story earlier. Kabir was lying down in a bench on the street side or in a park, and one dog came and bit him in one of his leg. Dog bite. Some people came, hey, some dog has just now bitten you, and you have to take to doctor and things like that, and the blood is coming out. What he said, वो chamri jane or kutta jane. Mani, it is between the skin and the dog, not with me. That is a level of detachment and understanding when you claim nothing. That's why that guy has bitten up. The anger came because he has not realized that. He only understood what listening from others. It is not his truth. Okay, it is a borrowed knowledge. Anyway, fine. So that's where the humility comes. You claim nothing. Everything is yours, and there is a truth behind it. When you realize the truth, humility automatically comes. Let me also share what Guruji Prem Nirmalji, shared. That I remember it regarding this knowledge. He says the duty of a guru is to give gyan, light, light of knowledge. With the light of knowledge, you have to remove the darkness of ignorance. Okay. So with the knowledge is one thrown like a kanta. Okay. And most of the people are stuck with the kanta of ignorance. So if you take the kanta concept or light darkness concept, it's all same, because the light of the knowledge is needed to remove dispel the darkness of ignorance, right? Okay. He said this knowledge is a kanta, and what you stuck with is another kanta, which is a kanta of ignorance. Use this kanta to remove that kanta. See, when some nail is put into, suppose you put in your leg, step up on some nail, you use something else, some kind of safety pin or something to remove it, sometimes. So you need another kanta to remove the first kanta, which was stuck in your body. Up to this part is very clearly understandable. But the second part, oh my God, that is life changing. That's what I'm saying. I'm sharing with you. He says, now what you have is, you have the kata, it is removed already. Ignorance and the kata of knowledge. This part is clear. With the kata of knowledge, you have to remove the kata of ignorance. But once the kata of ignorance is removed, throw both. Why throw both? Why not to keep at least the knowledge kata? Because if you do that, if you keep that knowledge kata, it will boost your ego. It will bring ego to you that I know better. When you throw that, you be in the humility. That's why it is important. As long as you claim to be your kata, you are still in the path of your ego. You are not spiritual. So you claim nothing. Even if you have the knowledge, it is important to get the knowledge to remove the kata of ignorance. But end of it, you have to throw both. And this principle applies all along your spiritual journey. In the higher level of spiritual journey, you get more power. It's called siddhi. Okay, of course, you get healing power, you get, thought reading power, you can, many things, you can see future and all those kind of stuff. But the same thing, you should not claim it to be yours. You attain that state and throw it and move forward. Otherwise, you will stuck there. That will be your turning point. That will be your ceiling. Even those you don't claim it, you get a lot of miracles, a lot of things will happen. The moment you claim it, you'll stuck there. And that happened earlier to many, spiritual masters earlier. Happened already. They stuck with that power. They cannot go beyond. Anyway, that's much higher level things. So, but if we go with the level of surrender, then nothing is mine. Even that siddhi, what I'm talking about, that is also, it is a divine grace of the Creator. It's not mine. Who am I? I'm a user. That's all. Okay. And okay, something again coming in some other thing. Let me share if it is coming, maybe for some purpose. This issue, not claiming yours, this is exactly what Ashtabakra Gita, there is something called Ashtavakra Gita. He came to King Janak. Okay, so whatever he finally told Ashtabakra, one young fellow with a crooked, not crooked, twisted body, thing like that. What he told to King Janak becomes Ashtavakra Gita. Because he then, three things he asked, and then three questions, then he realized he is a high-level master in the young, this kind of twisted body. What he asked, so King Janak thrown some challenge, one particular question. If somebody answers, then he will reward. So then he comes, okay, if we answer your question, what you will give me? So I'll give half of my kingdom. Big challenge. A lot of pandits came and all those things. I said, before I answer that question, what you already asked for the competition, let me ask you. So, how you can give me half of your kingdom? Are you a owner of your kingdom? Just, yes, I'm a owner of the kingdom. Well, how? I got inherited. I'm in the royal family. I inherited from my father. I said, okay, fine. So, what was that? This kingdom 100 years back? 100 years back, it was here. My grandfather was doing, but that time, where were you? I was not here. So, you were not owner that time, right? So, it is somebody else was the owner, no matter who he is. I said, what happened to this kingdom after 100 years from now? He said, one of my, next generation or the next, he will be the king and he will be the owner. Well, after 100 years also, it will not be yours. So before that, it was not your land was there, kingdom was there, but you were not the owner. Earlier also you are not the owner. Afterwards also will not be the owner. So how can you claim to be yours now? But you don't have it, what you don't own it, you cannot give it. You have no capacity to give me the reward. Then he fell on his feet. He realized he's a temporary caretaker of the kingdom. He is not the owner, even though he is a king. His level is king. That is the time he shared he said, make me your disciple. I wanted to learn from you. And that is the time he said whatever he said, that is Ashtavakra Gita. Anyway, this comes back to the same thing, not owning anything internally. Like, okay, you will be doing your duty. Many kings who realized these things, they did exactly the same thing this way, and they became a very famous and successful king. Anyway, so this is the Himari. We're still number 2. I'll go a little faster. I don't have much this thing. Okay, next thing is called childlike trust. What is childlike trust? When a childlike trust on whom? Childlike trust on the divine and the creator. Why it is childlike? When suppose a baby in his father's arms, father throw the baby up and then catch him back, and baby start laughing. Oh, do it again. I enjoy it. When the baby is thrown in the air, the baby knows my father is there. He will catch me. He will not allow me to fall down. And that is called baby-like trust. We need to develop this trust to our creator. We don't have. We claim, but we don't have. When the situations comes, we even blame this, blame the creator for the something happening wrong in our life. We don't have that trust. We can trust a aeroplane pilot to taking us safely to another place, through air and without any accident or something, to whom we don't know, we never met, and all this kind of stuff. But we cannot trust our creator. We cannot take the situation and say like Kabir ki wo chamdi jane aur kutta jane. That time, how come that the dog has bitten me? Where is God? What God is doing? As if God is my servant and it is his duty to take care of me to start with. Anyway, so childlike trust is that. Considering no matter what is happening, that is for my best interest. And I explained, I think last week or so, without our soul's permission, nothing can happen in our life. Everything happening because our soul planned it that way. For certain purpose, higher purpose, because soul has nothing to lose. It is just an experience. Even the experience is a grief, loss, getting cheated, getting punished, all of the part of the experiences. It's a mixed bag. Soul wants to have every kinds of experiences as much as possible before leaving this earth plane. And that's why the experiences sometimes become a little tough, because then so many things you learn very quickly. If your life goes just getting up, having breakfast, going for a work or study, whatever, come back and eat a tea, watch TV, have dinner, go to sleep, again next morning go and all. So you spend, like, this is a beautiful life. You spend for all your life. Soul's point of view, that is a wastage. You have no challenge, nothing. You didn't grow, you didn't learn. Soul wants us to be like a diamond, fully polished diamond. So it has to go to grinding, pressure, temperature, and below the earth for millions of years, and comes back and with the value, highest level of value possible. Otherwise, you become coal. Okay, nominal value. Both are carbon. So that is why it wants us to undergo these kind of things and come out as a winner. Be successful in that exam. So for all this exam, we have to have that childlike trust. It will not allow you to completely shattered. Questions will come tough, yes, but you will never come to a stage when it will be shattered, or you have to no other way than to run away. Okay, it's not, it doesn't work that way. Even if you run away, because your mind cannot take that anymore. So the mind is crying, but you are going through some kind of surgery and you have to undergo that. That pain has to be there to remove all the blocks, all the things permanently. Next is um, practicing silence or meditation. So spirituality is all about going inward. So it is not possible if you are always busy in some external activities. So keep some time to go inward. Keep some, you can say, me time. Okay, be in the silence, contemplate, and go inside. That is very important. It is not possible to internalize anything when everything outside is shaken up, or you are too busy in concentrating something outside, or all the time you are concentrating outside. It is an inward journey. So it needs silence. First, the silence of your physical silence, then the mental silence. That is what the sadhana is all about. Stillness of mind. Otherwise, inward journey is not possible. As long as there is a lot of noise outside, lot of noise inside, journey is not possible. I mean, onward journey is not possible. Okay, to some extent, yes. So I'm not going into the detail explaining, you know what is meant. So it is silence, observe silence, keep yourself away from other mundane activities of life and keep your time to contemplate. Meditation is best, but at least you keep observe silence. Just silence so that your attention can go inside. Then next, fifth is purity. Purity in what? Purity in thoughts, words, and actions. You know, in the character, in spirituality, is nothing to do with the morality. Okay, on any kind of illicit relationship with someone, it's nothing to do with that. Okay, character is congruence of your thoughts, words, and actions. Whatever you think, exactly same thing you say, and exactly same thing you do. In our normal life, we are smart. We think something, say something, do something else, and we think nobody will catch me. It doesn't matter. Nobody else is needed. You are the one who is witnessing. You are the one who is aware of that. In that, you will mind karma, and you have to pay. Nobody else. Law of karma will not go anywhere. So purity is needed to transcend the level of karma. Okay. Whatever you think, you should be able to say it. No need to manipulate things. It's not really necessary. It may be temporarily feel that you are smart, but that smartness will not take you spiritually. Be honest. If something you cannot do, you thought that, hey, I cannot do this. Say it. Say, sorry, I cannot do it. And don't try to do it also, because you cannot do it. Better you learn. That's fine. After learning, you come back and do it. That time you say that I need to learn, I have to go and come back. This job I will do after 1 week. Let me learn it first. There's nothing wrong in that. But you don't want to, you thought, I cannot do it. Then you say, oh yeah, fine. Oh, sure, I will do it. And then actually you mess it up, or then you blame it to somebody else. And that's how you think you are managing it. Okay. Management can go at a certain level. Okay. Ultimately, truth matters. Truth will liberate you. You must have heard this many, many times. Satyameva jayate. Don't bring 10 examples and the truth you feel is not become jayate. It's okay. That is your truth. Okay. But truth ultimately wins because there is no other way. When suppose I work in a oil and gas industry, pipelines. When there is a dispute, somebody is telling, report says this, somebody is saying that, and somebody says, no, you are wrong in that. What I say is, okay, fine. Let us go to the pipeline, because that is the truth. No need to argue. It is there, not there, or size is bigger, smaller, or something. Let us go to the site altogether. Go to the spot. See, what is there is there. People can be wrong. Their idea can be wrong. Report can be wrong. Some data can have typing error. But sight, it cannot be wrong because it is the truth. It is what it is. Okay. So that is the truth. And same here. Ultimately, truth wins. Somebody says, no, this told by our CEO, okay, this is like that. Doesn't matter what CEO told. What is there in the site that matters. So pipeline diameter, say it is, CEO says it's a 24-inch, but actually it is a 30-inch. So when you go to the site and found it 13, that is the truth, no matter who said what. Okay. So ultimately, the truth liberates. Because more you align with the truth, faster will be your liberation. It is not for anybody else. Okay. There are 5 people say CEO is right, you are wrong. Okay. But whatever, I may be wrong, but not the site. You can hide the fact, but fact remains fact. Truth remains truth. Okay. Anyway, so truth is the basis of everything. What we are, our journey is towards the truth, to find out the truth. Even going beyond all these kinds of illusion to know the truth firsthand. Truth told by somebody is already interpreted and contaminated. Whatever listening through me, it is not your truth. Okay, you have to have direct firsthand experience. Then only it is your truth. Otherwise, it's all versions. Nice to know, that's fine. So truth cannot be realized by reading or watching videos and things like that. We can have an idea. If somebody get it, why not me? That part is fine. But you don't have to take the truth from somebody else. Because that is not the truth. It is a version. Okay. And the last one is, last but not the least, is called unconditional love. Whole purpose of this spiritual journey is to go back to the energy what created us. I've shared many times, human being are manifestation of love, the pure love, the love energy. That's why it is called, human being called prema, a manifestation of love. More we operate from this pure love energy, and that also goes with the selfless service as well. When I say it is aligned with this, means you're operating from the unconditional love, the pure love. So we need to finally merge back into this pure love. In the higher dimension, there is only these 2 energies. One is pure love and pure light, light of awareness, not the light what we did in the physics. So that is all right. So that is all about our today's topic, 7 qualities of spiritual journey. So now my advice is just we try to, imbibe it in our daily life as much as possible. More we amalgamate with these the qualities, faster will be our spiritual growth. It has nothing to do with showing anyone else. It is end of the day, it is we have to be just better version of ourselves what we had the yesterday. At the end of the life, nobody else that judges us. Not even that character called Chitragupta. You said Chitragupta will say what is you have done and then get punishment all. Then nobody called Chitragupta. It is your higher self. Ultimately, end of one life, you go back to your higher self. Higher self sees how many of your plan you have achieved, how many you didn't achieve, rather borrowed. So you have to go back again to settle that loan. That's why he creates next life to go back. So there is nobody else called Chitragupta. It is all your higher self. You have to be answerable to yourself. That's what it means. If nobody's seen it, you are too smart, everything is hidden from the world, still you have to come back. Because it need to be settled. It is an energy that cannot be left unbalanced. So more we settle the energy, balance it in this life itself, there is no need for coming back and taking another action plan to settle them by the soul. Okay, so that's how you liberate yourself, come clean. And these are the things, the 7 qualities will help you to do that, to achieve that goal of our spiritual journey. All right. So now if you have any question, then we'll answer them on this. Yes,
Yes.
Monica.
Uh,
Monali, I'll come back to you. Monica, go
okay,
ahead.
Guru.
So, RP, I'm a little confused that selfless service and pleasing others, there's always in my mind, there's a fine line which I can't distinguish within myself. If I ask myself that, am I just doing selfless service, or it's just that my ego wants to please others because it's just a quality that I might have? So how to distinguish that?
Very simple. After doing that service, you ask yourself, am I expecting a thank you? If not, it is a selfless service. Very simple. If you expect a thank you, forget about others in return and also and so forth. That is not selfless service.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Only you. Nobody. You need to ask anybody. Can you give me thank you or not? No need to ask that question. It's all about you. Okay. You don't. If you don't expect the thank you, you are selfless. Yes, Monali, go ahead.
Yes, Guruji, I have this question is this we human beings are praying Sarupa, but still with some people I feel like I'm not having a good vibe. So if we are or if I am praying Sarupa, then why I'm getting this negative vibes from some
Your voice
people
is
I meet
breaking.
or talk. Okay. This
Hmm.
uh, we are Prem Sarupa because I know, but then why I am getting sometimes negative vibes from people whom I meet or talk. So what to do in that cases?
Yeah. Yeah, because your physical body is getting the negative vibe, not your soul. Your
Okay,
soul is created out of pure love. Okay. And human body is a manifestation of it. Does not mean that there is no negativity. That means that your source is uncontaminated. That is a source. But it does not mean that you will not face any kind of negativity during the journey of life. All those negative things which is happening to you are making you strengthened. Negative vibe
okay,
which you get from others, just some of the times it is not always that it is for your learning only. Just if you feel that internally, you all have that machine built in. If you feel that something is, that energy is negative, then just simply avoid it. You don't need to. Okay. And it is nothing to do about others. Don't play God here. It is not your duty to correct each and everybody on this
no,
planet
no,
Earth.
yes,
Yeah.
Guruji,
But if you have the negative vibe, protect yourself.
okay,
so that you don't get contaminated with the negativity. For that, you use protection shield and other things, whatever you are already taught.
Yes,
Okay, protect.
Guruji. Okay.
This protect, first principle, protect physically. This protection is for physical body and mind.
Okay.
It is nothing to do with the soul. That negativity cannot reach there. Hmm. The bhai, you protect yourself, isolate yourself, or leave that place if possible, and that's it. It will take care of by itself. If you cannot leave that place, be in Bhairav Mudra, be in the this
Awareness.
breath awareness.
Breath
Yeah,
awareness. Yes,
yeah. In the
Guruji.
Bhairav Mudra, any kind of negativity come, it is called, it will chew the negativity and throw it away. It will not reach, go inside.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay,
And
so follow that. Yeah.
Guruji, I have got one basic question like this: being true to yourself, by being true to myself is telling the truth or what I feel, or it may not be good to hear what I feel to say, but that is my truth. I mean, I'm using the word my, uh, maybe not be, it's okay to hear by others whom I am talking to.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm not
There you,
pleasing.
okay. See, being true to yourself means there is no other. Eh? Don't bring
Okay.
somebody else and try to look yourself into their eyes. Just cut it
Okay.
short, out. Now, true to yourself means whatever you are thinking, you are saying it.
Yes.
It's you, between you and you. Okay. Now, whether to say it or not in front of others, that is a choice you have.
Okay.
Okay. So use your intelligence, your social skill, and other things to choose to say it or not. But
Okay.
if you have to say it, say the truth.
Okay, Guruji.
I'm not
Okay.
saying that you say everything and offend many people. Nobody wants to listen to the truth. That is also fact.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes,
hard
Guruji.
realities and facts, nobody wants to listen. So it is not about others. It is to you. At least you don't, we call it conning yourself. Don't
Yes.
con yourself, while don't cheat yourself saying that I am great, which you are not. You know
Yes.
it.
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah, but you yourself pump so much of this false information to your mind, and ego will get boosted up.
Yes.
Both ways. I'm not saying up, down also. Yeah, I'm useless,
Hmm.
I'm nonsense, this is not that also. Okay.
Okay.
I'm good
Okay,
for
Guruji.
nothing, poor me. That is, both are extremes, are not correct. Tell the
Okay.
truth that I'm walking my path, I'm learning. That is the truth. No? I'm not there. I accept I'm learning. And the truth is, everybody else in the world is also learning. Nobody knows everything. Okay. So everybody is learning. I'm also learning. That is the truth. That's what I'm saying. Just be better version of yourself. What you were yesterday, just be better. That's all. Nothing
Yes.
to do with what others say, do, and whether it's enough, not enough, and all these kind of things. Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
All
Guruji.
right. God bless you. Yes, Sanjeev.
Anand Dada. Dada, like this is related to this selfless service. Like personally, I have experienced this. So like it is almost similar like neki kar and kuएं में डाल, right? But ultimately, see, still like personally, if you ask me, like I'm not totally like so much involved, but like sometimes like some thoughts come into my mind कि हाँ भाई किसने appreciate नहीं किया, nobody has appreciated my efforts. So like how to prevent these type of thoughts, because ultimately that is also hindering. So like
Mhm.
earlier when I used to do selfless service, like really that has really helped me a lot, like spiritually. But like all these thoughts has also contributed into like putting two steps backward also.
Mhm.
So how to prevent these thoughts so that it should not come into our mind.
Yeah. Okay. The in this, see again, there is an expectation of something in return. No, it is not unconditional. You need appreciation. Yeah. So my advice will be in this respect: you don't compare yourself with anyone, rather compare yourself with the master. Okay, if the masters can do this much for the humanity selflessly, okay, without asking anything in return, not in thank you. In fact, some of the masters get killed. Jesus Christ got killed. He was helping others. He didn't do any harm to anyone. So even if the masters are ready to give their life for the people, for this message, we go to up to that level. So somebody didn't say anything good and all those things. You ask the question, who are they to qualify me? I'm not asking for the qualification or approval of them. That need to be dropped. They are no one to give you the certificate. They are not
Okay.
capable enough, no matter if that person is your boss or your, uh, political leader or, rich businessman, doesn't matter. Okay. Don't give this authority to anyone else. Okay. If
Okay.
somebody is not appreciating the good work, you do it just for yourself. As your expression, like I was explaining, like a flower giving fragrance. It is not thinking nobody is appreciating me, why should I bloom? Or when 5 people come, then only I'll bloom. It is not like that. Just express yourself. You wanted to give and you have given, that is reward by itself. If you see that you are giving too much, you can control that. I'm not saying you keep on giving, even if you have to take loan from them. I'm not saying that. Whatever you can.
Okay.
Okay, suppose you can spare only 100 rupees. It's fine. But that 100 rupees should go selflessly. Not even asking anybody will look at it, anybody will appreciate it, even the person who is receiving it. It doesn't matter. And even also, I get this question quite a lot. What about the other fellow? What he will do with this money? It's none of your business. Let him go and have a drink. Doesn't matter. But from your side, you have given. Don't find excuses not to give by thinking what he will do with it. He really needs it, and that our mind goes in that way. It is not about what will be done with that. Okay, you are giving selflessly at a certain thing, and matter ends there. After that, what will happen, whether I got appreciation or all that, doesn't matter, because the truth is nobody on this earth is capable enough to appreciate things like that. It's
Okay.
ultimately it is between you and the creator. In that account, nothing is missed. Okay, so it will be
Okay.
well taken and credited for. So don't go into the mundane things and who said appreciate things or not, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Rajdeep, I have got a question.
Yes, Nego.
And it's not a question, rather, I would like to request you to summarize all these 7 points in 2 minutes. Just for a.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good point. So, actually, before I go to the 7 point, Pritiji wanted to ask some question. Pritiji? Okay, right. So the 7 points are from number one is selfless service. Number two is humility. Number three, childlike trust. Number four, practicing silence or meditation. Number five, purity in thoughts, words, and actions. Number six, is truth. Find out the truth for basis of everything. And seventh and last one is unconditional love. So these are the 7 points. Okay. Yes, Pritiji, you wanted to ask something? I saw you unmuted. That's what I'm asking. All right. So if there is no further questions, so we'll go into our Kriya and meditation.
Hello.
Yes, yes, Pritiji.
Hello. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, we
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, we can hear you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
But I'm not able to hear you. Yes. I have a doubt about regarding this Bhairavi Mudra. Can you just explain in short? I missed out
Ye-
on it.
Okay.
I'm not
Vaira
able to
Mudra.
hear you.
Okay. You can then log out and log in again, so we'll be able to.
Pardon?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
So she can be texted better, like.
Yeah. All right. We'll contact her separately.
Hello. Yes.
You can hear me?
Little bit louder. It's not clear. It's not clear.
Okay. I will send you a message. Yeah.
Yeah. Please. Yeah. Please. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So if there is no other question, we'll go back to Kriya meditation. I think just almost half an hour time left. So what we'll do our today Suprasant Kriya and the Hridaya Upasana. Okay. So just one final round. Nobody else has got any other question. I will answer Pritiji separately in a voice message, one-on-one. So any other question? Okay. All right. So just sit straight. And Suprasant Kriya is in Saman Mudra. Both hands will be Saman Mudra. And right hand will go in front of your nose, maybe tip of the nose touching that. And left hand will be in front of your navel. Okay, also in Saman Mudra. And in this posture, so I'm just explaining now, I'll do it a little later. In that, we'll have a 24 breathing, 3:2 stomach breathing, 3 second, 2 second. I'll make the count. And Hridaya Upasana is concentrating on your heart, physical heart, and feel the heartbeat. Okay. That time, hands will be in Hridaya Mudra. Hridaya Mudra means pointing finger will touch the root of the thumb where the pulse is there. You check where is the pulse. One point you will feel the pulse. It's just some vein is there. And then middle finger will touch tip of the thumb. So this is the Hridaya Mudra. And it will be like this, put it on your lap. So that will be during Hridaya Upasana, not now. All right, so now we'll start with 3 Om chanting, then Guru Vandana, and then we do Suprasant Kriya, and then Hridaya Upasana.